There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey & Glasser and by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around a simple song. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. But today we have crossed the Ohio River, gone up here to Athens, Ohio, at the Templeton Blackburn Memorial Auditorium of Ohio University, a place we love a lot. They love music up here, and we love them, and I think we brought a show that you folks here will really enjoy. Mr. Sam Bush is with us, one of the great mandolin players in the world, great bluegrass, newgrass, jamgrass player. Also from up in Canada, Corb Lund is here, brought his band with him, fine country-style singer. And one of our favorite rock singers-songwriters from out in San Francisco, Chuck Prophet, is back with us on the show. As is a fellow who really comes from around these parts. He was born and raised up a little bit further north here in Ohio. Mr. Patrick Sweany and his band will be with us later on during this hour. All of those folks have been with us at least once before, but we're going to start out with a group never been with us, and we are very excited to have them on this show. They come from several corners of the United States, but they all live in the Boston area now, Cambridge and Somerville area, and they've been together since 2009, but they seem to be really, really coming into their own right now. A lot of folks especially on National Public Radio, have been featuring them, and rightly so. They got a really, really fine CD out there. I really like it a lot, called Birds Say, and you'll hear many influences in their music. I think as you go along, you probably name several, but what I like best is the harmonies and the fact that they write the songs together and they sing them, as you guys here see, around one microphone, and you'll see what great vocalists they are. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Darlingside.
My mother, she died young. I'm the eldest of my brothers. You're the trouble in my blood, trouble in my blood. I swore that I'd stay humble like my father was before. He built the home I live in, of sand and mud and smoke. Sand and mud and smoke. Yes, we will leave here without a trace. Take a new name and an old shape. I'll be no outlaw, no renegade, just your faithful God of laws. its work. With flakes of garlic, petals from a rose. If it's small enough to carry, you and I can call it home. You and I can call it home. Yes, we will leave here without a trace. Take a new name and an old shame. I'll be no outlaw, no renegade, just your faithful God of loss.
Good evening. We are Darlingside from Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is our first time at Mountain Stage. It is our first time playing in Athens, Ohio. It is the first time any of the four of us have been to Athens, Ohio. This is very, very exciting. It seems like we've driven across Ohio a number of times, and every time we're just a little bit too far up to make it through here. So today we drove up from Johnson City, and we actually experienced the transition from summer into fall. It's really, really an incredible drive. So this next song we're going to play is inspired by the movie franchise Back to the Future. And in Back to the Future 2, Marty Seamus McFly, you find out in Back to the Future 3 that he is of Irish ancestry. His middle name's Seamus. Marty Seamus McFly and Dr. Emmett Brown travel 30 years into the future and arrive in October of year 2015. This is a very auspicious year, and so we welcome them with an anthem titled Go Back.
We were always on our way, rolling up our sleeves, ever moving forward in the tracks where we lived our simple lives, kept our blinders on, eyes to the horizon. I know, no doctor, but I know you can't live in the past, but the only way to go is to go back and return to who we were before we disappeared into the thick of big ideas. And now we can see the sweeping view, but we're waiting out the storm, stuck under the awning. I know, no doctor, but I know you can't live in the past, but the only way to go is to go back. Into Everglades, greener yesterdays, skip the stones away. Go back to the start, photos in the dark, bloom before they fade. So we hold to who we are, even into the ark, beyond our furthest edges, to a world full of strange and towering skies, and a chance to choose in time, to set out on our own way. I know, no doctor, but I know, no doctor, but I know, you can't live in the past, but the only way to go is to go back.
So as Harris mentioned, that tune is about the near future when Marty McFly ends up in the present day. This next song is called The Ancestor, and it's about the far distant future. And recently when I introduced this song, I tried to do so by talking about the end of the world and the explosion of the sun, and then unbeknownst to me, a college friend of mine was out in the audience and had since become an astrophysicist and proceeded to rip to shreds everything I said about the science of that event. I'm therefore going to turn over the proceedings to my coworker Dave Senft, here playing the bass, and he's going to explain what's actually going to happen to none of us but to our future descendants.
Don thinks I'm an expert because I looked this up on Wikipedia one time, and I don't remember it that well. My understanding is I think so. There's going to be the sun's going to it won't explode so much as turn into a red giant over the course of a pretty long time by our standards. Then maybe shrink to a white dwarf. There will be some flashes. I think multiple flashes over the course. I know the live audience gets very excited at the word flash, but they're behaving right now. This is great. You guys are nailing it. Yeah. So the takeaway point is it's going to be really sweet if you're there to see it. Hopefully from somewhere that's not Earth. So this song is called The Ancestor, and goes out to our future distant relatives.
Go on, bury me under stone or under sea. Silent pictures keep the fishes company. There is little else for me now, but I will find my way out of the dark someday into a crimson yellow sun. Science fiction, when the morning comes we will walk for light years, watch the nebulas appear. There is little else for me now, but I will find my way out of the dark someday into a crimson yellow
Thank you all very much. Before our last tune, I'd like to take a moment to introduce each member of the band. To my left is Harris Passeltiner. Harris is from Chicago, Illinois. He plays guitar and cello. And Harris is the youngest member of the band, and one of his favorite flavors is nutmeg. Harris Passeltiner, everyone. To my immediate right is Dave Senft. Dave is from Bedford, New York, and he plays bass and kick drum and guitar. In middle school, Dave attended his first and only lacrosse practice. I found out about this a few days ago. The coach told him that it's conceivable that he would one day learn stick handling skills and agility, but it was clear that he would never be able to take a hit. Dave Senft, everyone. To my far right is Don Mitchell. Don is from Lakeville, Connecticut, and he plays banjo and guitar. Don's first name is both short for the name Donald and in Spanish is an honorific title that roughly translates to Lord in English. So Don lived in South America for a few hot months a while ago, and every time he introduced himself, he came off as slightly presumptuous. Don Mitchell, everyone. My name is Oyan Mukherjee. I'm from Kansas City. I play mandolin and violin, and my mother teaches Indian cooking classes. Thank you.
Under the bluest sky for me. I belong to her when I'm in the war. Some folks power dry, but I don't bother. Down we go into the city, oh. Mount Kiss go into the city, oh no. Everybody's there, cozy as a cat. I'm just gonna jump out for some fresh air. I wake up alone. Is it today or is it tomorrow? I put on my feet, walk out the door into a busy street. Ooh, the bluest sea. City, ooh, my gal and me, ooh. My God, he's the brightest, baby grand. Finds all of the brightest things he can. Pilot indigo, leaves him on my pillow. Some call it a sham, but I just find it so. All the places we could take some time. All the places we could spend some quality time. Let's go overseas. Let's go to the moon. Let's go to the moon. Everything looks better in Old City. I wake up alone. Am I in Amsterdam or Tokyo? I put on my feet, walk out the
Darlingside. From up in Boston, Cambridge, Somerville. The new CD on 30 Tigers is called Birds Say, Birds Say. Darlingside. They're out right now, just finishing up a tour with Patty Griffin, and they're going to be doing their own thing coming up pretty soon. Going to hear a lot more from them. Great, great vocals right there. Also, I love the song. So check out that CD. It's really quite a good one. Birds Say. It's time for our own Julie Adams to do a song along with the Mountain Stage Band. Ron Soule's the leader of the band. He's going to be on the acoustic guitar. Bob Thompson's our piano player. Ryan Kennedy and Michael Lipton are our lead guitar players. Ahmed Solomon plays the drums. Steve Hill is our bass player. We have a special guest on this one, Laura Nadeau from right here in Athens, Ohio. And Julie's chosen a song written by Vicki Peterson when she was in the Continental Drifters. It's called Who We Are, Where We Live. Say hello to Julie Adams.
Listen to the voices, look at these eyes. Some faces you might recognize. You are one of us.
Well, you are headed down the highway, suddenly you're jackknifed. When somebody blows a hole in your life, and now your bed's too big and your pillow is too small. You gotta try and make sense of it all. You are one of us. Here is where we live. It's who we are. It's where we live. It's who we are.
Well, the walls are made for silent debating, and the windows are for watching and waiting. Emptiness is the foundation. A soul in the center of our little nation. Are one of us, one of us. Is where we live. It's who we
Julie Adams, Lauren Nadeau, and the Mountain Stage Band. Vicki Peterson's song, Continental Drifter's song, Who We Are, Where We Live. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia, from newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at gotowv.com. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. There you will find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. Also, we invite you to follow us to our next live show, wherever we might be. You can find out where that will be, and you can get your tickets right there on the website. Hope you see you in the audience. All of this and more at mountainstage.org. Our next guest is a man who started coming to see us in the year 2000, and we've been a big fan of his ever since and invited him back a few times. Chuck Prophet first came to the notice of America when he was only 18 years old as a member of the band Green on Red. They travel all over the world. Since then, he's not only made his own albums, he's collaborated with a whole bunch of people, played with and written with Warren Zevon, Jim Dickinson, Lucinda Williams, Jonathan Richman, Cake, and many, many more. And he also co-wrote all the songs on Alejandro Escovedo's album, Real Animal. He's got a brand new record out there. It's actually a little older, not brand new. It's a few months old. It's called Night Surfer on Yep Rock. I really love his writing and his singing. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Chuck Prophet.
Life is an experiment that doesn't prove a thing. I wake up every morning wondering what the day will bring. Then I throw the windows open, I fill up both my lungs and I shout, look out all you losers, here I come. Woo! Wish me luck, even if you don't mean it. Wish me luck, if it's not too much to ask. Wish me luck, it's not like I really need it, it just feels so good to hear it anyway. Now I've harvested your cannabis down in the Yucatan. In fact, I slept beside a Catholic priest one time. in Henry Rollins' van. I've marched in your parades, and I fought your late night wars. But in my father's house, there are no doors. So wish me luck, even if you don't mean it. Wish me luck, if it's not too much to ask. Wish me luck. It's not like I really need it, it just feels so good to hear it anyway. Now watch me dance upon a wire, watch me dangle from a string. I'm shining like a diamond in the sun. I'm shining like a diamond, shining like a diamond, shining like a diamond in the sun. Woo! Wish me luck, even if you don't mean it. Wish me luck, if it's not too much to ask. Wish me luck. It's not like I really need it, it just feels so good to hear it anyway. Well, alright. Come on, people. Wish me luck. All you people out there in radio land, I want you to put your hands on your radio. I want to feel your luck. Wish me luck. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the drummer some. Come on, give the drummer some. All right, now give me some. Woo! All right, thank you very much. Feels good. Mountain Stage. We're going to get somebody to count us off. We're going to get in a groove, and then it's just going to flow. That's what I predict. Running with the shotgun, I could hear the sirens. Oh, but I could not move, I couldn't even catch my breath. She was hiding in the patterns of a mother's apron. Oh, when I left that girl, she was just a little thing. But the summer's gone and the leaves are turning over. It's another day gone, I'm another year older. Desolation, long, some lonely desolation. I was seeking understanding. Yeah, they took a 14-year-old boy. Well, they locked him up. They tried to turn him into a man. She told me what I need is absolution. I I said absolution, girl. Oh, come on now. That's gonna be hard to arrange. But the summer's gone and the leaves are turning over. It's another day gone, I'm another year older. Desolation, long, some lonely dissolution. Well, the summer's gone and the leaves are turning over. It's another day gone and I'm another year older. And the tooth won't come out and you can't find a doctor. Desolation, long, so lonely desolation. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Always a pleasure to play with the Mountain Stage House Band. We're going to play a song now that is it's the latest single off my record entitled Night Surfer. And pretty fancy, I know, but we went ahead and made a video for the song. You can see it on the internet. I want to warn you, though, that it's got a fair amount of violence and nudity, both female nudity and male nudity. So we learned kind of an expensive lesson, and that's that there's probably a good reason why there isn't more demand for male nudity, but we were just trying to keep things equal. This one's called You Can Tell Me Anything, Turn to Gold. There's a fountain you'll never see. It rises up inside of me. Anyone can toss a coin, anyone can take a chance. And there's a crystal that bends the light, breaks the chain of an endless night. They'll tell you that it's all in vain, but brother, it's not in vain. So come on, sing a broken melody and bring all your troubles home to me. Anything, you can tell me anything at all. Well, there's a blood stain on my shirt, a white sombrero in the dirt. He thought he knew what it was all about, but he didn't know. There's a dog that has no bark. It shows its teeth, then it bares its heart. Now you see that little dog, he runs right to me when I call. So sing a broken melody and bring all your troubles home to me. Anything, you can tell me anything at all. Anything at all. Now there's a girl who brings me tea every day at 3:30. Sometimes she'll hang around, and other times she won't. And there's a story that's often told about a man who turns to gold. Listen, I've heard that story too. People love to talk. So come on, sing a broken melody and bring your troubles home to me. Anything you can tell me, anything at all. Woo! So sing a broken melody and bring all your troubles home to me. Anything you can tell me, anything at all. Anything at all. Anything at all. Thank you so much. It's a smash hit. I can feel it. Here's a song by a fellow by the name of Ezra Furman. If I was a baby with nothing to hide, I would be saying my prayers all the time, and I wouldn't think of to whom they're addressed. I'd have my mouth on the mystery's breast. Little boy blew in the corn with his horn, blowing out music the day he was born. Son of a gun and his holster in love, he can't remember what he was made of. Teenage Maria is caught in the door, not understanding what her body's for. And suddenly all of the pieces align. Sick to her stomach, she feels like she's flying. Man with the magazine over his face wishes that he was in some other place. Well, life is a waiting room for all those who wait. So much of it's terrible, but all of it's great. If I was a baby, I could be blessed. I would sing true love right out of my chest. I'd get the paper and get myself dressed. I'd have my mouth on the mystery's breast. Oh, Thanks so much, everybody. I'm going to play a song now that I figure because this is Mountain Stage, it's okay to talk about the songs and where they come from and things like that. Is that cool? All right. Well, this is a song that I wrote after I got up one morning. I was reading the paper, and it was a pretty slow morning because I got as far as the business section, and I learned that the Ford Motor Company had decided to discontinue the Ford Econoline van, everybody. So I wrote this song. This goes out to the memory of the Ford Econoline van. It goes a little something like this. She pulled over, said, "Climb on in." I did what she said. She turned the music up real loud. It was the Talking Heads. It didn't matter just where we was going. It made no difference to me at the time. Woo! Takes me back when I hear that song. Makes me feel warm inside. Ford Econoline. Now ever since the beginning of the world, the beginning of time, somebody said that the road was his. Somebody said, no, it's mine. Some folks are born neath the sign on the road, close enough to turn and leave it all behind. Fall together like the Rock of Gibraltar, guitars and drums inside Ford Econoline. Ford Econoline. What's that? Crisscrossed the country in a two-tone job. A 1985. Mile after mile we was burning oil. We couldn't keep it alive. Laid out flatter than a Chinese rug. When she went her way, I went mine. Woo! All these memories like dirty plates stacked up in the sink of time. Ford Econoline. What's that? Ford Econoline. What's that? Thank you, everybody.
The one and only Chuck Prophet. The latest CD is called Night Surfer on Yup Rock, and it has a lot of those tunes you just heard on it. He played with the Mountain Stage Band and then all by himself. Finished up Mr. Chuck Prophet. Always great to see him back on the show. Don't forget, you can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs we don't have time to fit on the radio show, at NPR Music. The address there is npr.org/Mountain Stage. We're going to end this hour with, well, it's not exactly actual 10-mile radius local, but he is a local boy made good, a little bit farther north in Ohio. He's born and raised up there, and now he lives down in Nashville. As he was growing up, like a lot of folks on the show, he looking into his folks' record collection and pulling out some interesting music, learned how to play Leadbelly, Lightning Hopkins, and then later on, some of his heroes included Bobby Blue Bland, Doug Somm, and Joe Tex. All I have to do is see that list, and I want to get him on the show already. He's certainly steeped in the blues, but you'll hear a lot of other influences in his music. He's brought his band with him. Last time he was on as a solo, and this time we're happy that he could come on back with his band. The new CD is called Daytime Turn to Nighttime. Please welcome back to the mountain stage, Mr. Patrick Sweany.
It's a funny thing, all this time, just a picture of, start to cry. It's hard to think, things to miss, hold your heart like a ball of fears. Everybody hurt, then it does, like nothing, like nothing. Nothing happened at all. Well, you can write it off, call it gone. Let's make a short story long. See, ignore them facts, man. Cheat and lie. Stand ashamed, don't apologize. Just do what you do, first of all. Like nothing, like nothing, nothing happened at all. Just say well, the aftermath don't always add that story anyway. Just be sad. My story might be just one song. Believe it's right, you know it's wrong. I'll get back to you when I call. Well, there you. Well, our new record's called Daytime Turn to Nighttime. Well, this is a little song about my hometown.
a little place called Massillon, Ohio, home of the Tigers. That's right. And this is a little number called Tiger Pride. About them Beatles. I was a kid, what I know. I'd like to hear a band play so I could see them. I like an act that worked the road. I got a feeling in my eyes. I got a man that talked to me. I was born with Tiger Pride. Deep inside, ain't that the way it's supposed to be? Bad about watching my language. I make you mad enough to swing. We can talk all night long about our baggage. I myself prefer to sing. I got a feeling in my eyes. I got a man that talked to me. I was born with Tiger Pride. Deep inside, ain't that the way it's supposed to be? I got a feeling in my eyes. I got a man that talked to me. I was born with Tiger Pride. Deep inside, ain't that the way it's supposed to be? Why, thank you so much. Well, how about a hand for the boys in the band, Mr. Zach Setchfield on the lead guitar. Mr. David Guy on the bass. And Mountain Stage, let me present to you a native of West Virginia, none other than Sam the Cobra Wiseman. This is another number off the new record. It's called Long Way Down. Once they had it all, much than most kids had. Could have had a problem with their mother, had a mean stepfather, had somebody leave them when you needed them so bad, so bad. So bad. That's the people that you see when you're riding in your car. They got a mother and a name, probably feel the same. You were sleeping at a bus stop and they were where you are, your car. In your car. It's a long way down. 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 And daytime turned to nighttime. And there ain't no faking now. They got powders, pills, and everything. Try to shut it off somehow. Well, they're doing things they ought not do. Not giving a damn. Something got a hold of you. You got trouble with a man. Lord, you can't run away from there. It's a long way down. 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 Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for being here. We're going to end with a number of our latest album once again. It's called Daytime Turned to Nighttime. It just came out. It's called Afraid of You.
Hard won battle in a hard war. Can't remember what I'm fighting for. Waves of anger in a howling storm. Hurts and holler in a carry on. Ain't afraid to fight. I'm afraid to lose. I'm afraid I won't back down. I'm afraid of you. Holding my heart and it wears me down. Shouting, crying, slam door sound. The fault flames fall, down me tear, and bitter words cut without care. Ain't afraid to fight. I'm afraid to lose. I'm afraid I won't back down. I'm afraid of you. Why does it make you so mad? Never worth the price you wanna pay. Regret is the price for the winner. Suckers bet on the loser's game. Trying to turn around what I can't take back. Love so strong like a heart attack. Ain't afraid to fight. I'm afraid to lose. I'm afraid I won't back down. I'm afraid of you. Ain't afraid to fight. I'm afraid to lose. I'm afraid I won't back down. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you.
Patrick Sweany, originally from right up in Massillon, Ohio, now living down in Nashville. The new CD is Daytime Turned to Nighttime. Patrick Sweany and his band, which includes a West Virginia boy back there on the drums. Yeah. Patrick collaborated with Dan Arbach of the Black Keys, who produced a couple of his earlier albums. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over KENW, Portales, New Mexico, or WOUB, Athens, Ohio. I hope you'll be listening next week. We have a rebroadcast from last year that featured Bela Fleck and Abigail Washburn, Janova Magnus, Kate Miller-Heidke, Storyman, and Gabriel Kahane. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the second hour of this edition of Mountain Stage from the Templeton Blackburn Memorial Auditorium in Athens, Ohio. Our thanks to the great station WOUB, who brought us over here along with Ohio University. And during this hour, we're going to be hearing from the monster mandolin player and all-time good fellow, Mr. Sam Bush, and his band is here. But we're going to start off with a man who is certainly one of Canada's favorite country singers, and he's becoming one of ours. He was with us once before. He comes from the Canadian Rockies up in Alberta, and as a matter of fact, his band is known as the Hurtin' Albertans. But Corb Lund is a fine songwriter, very interesting, very distinctive, and he's got a new CD out there on New West, which was produced by Dave Cobb, who produced Jason Isbell and Sturgill Simpson, Chris Stapleton, and a lot of other great new neo-traditional, or whatever you want to call it, alt country. And it's always interesting to see what Corb comes up with, because unlike a lot of people who call themselves country singers, he actually grew up on a ranch, so he knows a good bit about what it means to do that kind of work. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Corb Lund.
Thank you. I want to try this thing that I learned in Columbus last week. Okay, ready? OH. Okay, this is called Weight of the Gun.
Think of the wrong I have done, and I don't know how I can
carry this burden, all I feel is the weight of the gun. The weight of the gun and the wrong I have done. I know this wasn't what you planned for me. Mothers have hopes for their sons, and along with the shame I have brought to the family, all I feel is the weight of the gun. The weight of the gun and the wrong I have done. My hands are empty, but my mind is filled with things that cannot be undone. How many years since I've lifted a pistol and I still feel the weight of the gun. The weight of the gun, things that can't be undone. The weight of the gun and the wrong I have done. Well, brass is heavy, steel is heavy, lead even heavier still. Heaviest of all is the weight on your soul from the blood of the men you killed. A concrete cell is especially tough on a boy used to Montana sun. And the news that you're gone, that the warden delivered, makes me long for the weight of the gun. The weight of the gun and the Montana sun. The weight of the gun and the wrong I have done. Well, brass is heavy, steel is heavy, lead even heavier still. Heaviest of all is the weight on your soul from the blood of the men you killed. Hey. Thanks, Athens. Well, we're a long way from home. A long way from home. I want to know, has anyone seen us before play live? A few of you? Okay, great. And we got our records. This is a brand new record just come out shortly ago, not long ago. It's called Things That Can't Be Undone, and this is the first single from the record. You and me together could have run this town. Together you and I could have owned this place. If I'd have sped up and you'd have slowed down, you and me together could have run this town. You blink for a second and a lot of things disappeared. I guess I'll add it to the list of the other things lost last year. Yeah, you blink for a second, things up and just disappear. Well, it's a mighty long list, but I'm still standing here. Well, you and me together could have run this town. Together you and I could have owned this place. If I'd have sped up to slow it down, you and me together could have run this town. The novel that I'm reading has a character a lot like you. Well, it took a little while, but I recognize things you do. Yeah, the novel that I'm reading has a character own this place. If I'd have sped up and you'd have slowed down, you and me together could have run this town. Yeah, you and me together could have run this town. Thank you. This is for my niece. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine forever. Forever in our hearts now that you're gone. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine wherever your soul decides to roam. I wish you could have stayed a little longer and shone more of your sunlight in our lives. But having known you, I can feel a little stronger, remembering the sunshine in your eyes. Sunbeam, you are gone but not forgotten, and you all carry with me every day. And I'll think about the smile you smile so often, until I see you once again someday. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine forever. Forever in our hearts now that you're gone. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine wherever your soul decides to roam. I wish you could have stayed a little longer and shone more of your sunlight in our lives. But having known you, I can feel a little stronger, remembering the sunshine in your eyes. Sunbeam, you are gone but not forgotten, and you I'll carry with me every day. And I'll think about the smile you smiled so often, until I see you once again someday. Thank you. All right. On a more serious note, do you guys know my buddy Hayes Carl? You know about Hayes? He and I wrote a song a couple of years ago based on the premise that we both sort of encountered on our own, that if you're in a scruffy van and smell funny and you're on a band tour and everybody in the band's doing sketchy stuff and you're on one night after another playing shows and driving to the next venue, if the cops pull you over and you're in big trouble, if they spot the Bible on the dash of the van, you're in much better shape. I don't know why it works, but it works. And the Book of Mormon works in Utah as well, for your information. I've discovered. This is called Bible on the Dash. Kind of a true story. A two-night stand in Tulsa, pulling out and headed west. Brady grabbed the Gideons from the hotel in the desk, and we said, "What's the matter, brother? Are you worried about your soul?" He said, "Better safe than sorry, boys. That's just how I roll." We hit the road, feeling cool as Crosby, Stills, and Nash, overflowing with the Spirit and the Bible on the dash. Well, we pulled the whole thing over for the flashing reds and blues. The police come to the window and we said, "Have you heard the news?" He said, "Don't get smart with me, boy. Why you doing 95? My foot is heavy with redemption. I'm just blessed to be alive." He said, "I ought to pull you out of there and beat you black and blue, I placed my hand upon the good book and said, what would Jesus do? It's better than insurance, registration, or lying. It's better than these fake IDs I have to keep buying. It's even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. Well, they always said it saved me that old Bible on the dash. Well, around these parts, that hair alone will make probable cause. If you're moving through my county, you'll obey my earthly laws. We did our best to quote some holy writ, chapter and verse. What kind of music you boys make? We said Christian music, sir. Well, they thought about it, contemplated, twirled his caught my stash. All right, y'all, be careful now, just don't drive quite so fast. Well, it's better than insurance, registration, or lying. It's better than these fake IDs I have to keep buying. Even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. Well, they always said it saved me that old Bible on the dash. Crossing at the border a few months later, we heard freeze. Pulling over there, son, we're gonna do some search and seize. Well, maybe if we'd been more famous, he'd have said just move along. If he'd have seen us on the TV, or if we'd had hit single songs. Well, he's just about to ask us where's the money, guns, and hash. Well, I was plenty to say, babe, that old Bible on the dash. Well, his hand was on his pistol, and his dog was on his leash. And that shepherd, he was keeping a pretty close eye on the sheep. We got a list we're gonna look at and see if we can't find your names. We got parabolic laser beams, here's everything you say. We got ultraviolet x-rays that can see right through your bus. They said, look out, man, the NSA's got an eye on all of us. Well, it's better than a green card, it's better than life. It's better than these work visas I got to keep flying. It's even better than an envelope stuffed with cash. Oh Lord, I'm at the border with the Bible on the dash. They're never gonna let me into your country again now. We're from Canada, you know that, right? Godless communists. Thanks for having us. This is a beautiful theater. Appreciate having us. And it's great to be part of the Mountain Stage again. Well, I was born in this valley, on this ranch I was raised. I learned to lope, rope and dally on the S, lazy H, where the roots of my people, they run deep on this place. I am 6th generation on the S, lazy H. When it came to the future, I never gave it a thought. If there were broncs to be broken, endless steers to be caught. Well, my youth, it was carefree, for the work was my play, and what I loved would always be there on the S, lazy H. I had one beloved sister, a few years younger than me. Before a soul cowboy had kissed her, she left for school in the East. Me, I might have gone to college, might have liked to fly planes, but my dad needed help to run the S, Lazy H. So I worked there alongside him, put adult years in this place, and I gained appreciation for the lines on his face. And when Mom had grown older, and when Dad passed away, it fell to me to look after the S, Lazy H. By now my sister, she had married a sharp attorney back east. We didn't see eye to eye, but I did my best to make peace. What did they see when they looked over the fence one fine day? They saw a whole lot of value in the S, Lazy H. So after thought and assessment, the court awarded them half, and no cow-calf operation carries that kind of cash. Well, I worked through the numbers, worked them every which way. Yeah, I went through the numbers, oh, and boys, I'm afraid I had to sell 20 sections of the S, Lazy H. Sometimes right isn't equal, sometimes equal's not fair. There will soon be rows of houses on that ridge over there. Many lifetimes of labor will be all but erased. So shed a tear and look skyward, God help the S, Lazy H. The last few years were a struggle, but I gave it my best, and I tried to go forward on the land that was left. Well, I have lived with the sorrow, and I will die with the shame, for now the bank owns what's left of the S, Lazy H. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Get the band back here. How about a round of applause for the boys in the band, huh? The Hurtin' Albertans. This is Kurt Cecil on the bass, Rem and Rob Heath on the drum kit, Grant Simmons on everything else. I gotta tell you, a long time ago, there was a period of time in the 1920s when it was illegal to drink booze in America, but it was still legal in Canada because we have an enlightened society up there. And it so happens that my grandfather's ranch was about 5 miles north of the border, north of the Montana border. So this is basically a song about a public service. Like, my grandfather used to bootleg whiskey into Montana for your benefit. And if he made a few bucks along the way, what the heck, right? So basically what I'm saying is you all owe me a drink or two. This is all right. I wrote my new song on a $5 bill, but I won't be able to sing it until I get hot on the trail for to pick up a track of the dirty little thief and get my $5 back. I first got the $5 on my Montana man when he come across the line with a pistol in his hand. He said, give me all your money, but I got the his first. I took his coats too and the whole first verse. You see, you couldn't buy liquor in the States back then, so we saddled up the ponies and we loaded up the gin. Rode underneath the shadow of the Grand Old Chief to get some Northern Rocky Mountain kind of tax relief. You couldn't count on the cattle when the market got down, and the veterinary bills to the doctor in town. The kids needed shoes and I had to get fed, and a big old bank lien was over my head. I wrote my new song on a $5 bill, but I won't be able to sing it until I get hot on the trail for to pick up a track of the dirty little thief and get my $5 back. Well, I wouldn't stop talking about Canadian rye, okay, and the powder and it's crisp and it's dry, and the Seagram's bottle tasted mighty top shelf. I said, well, thank you very much, sir, I cooked her myself. Of course, that didn't wash with the boys down south, judging by the stream of color coming out of their mouth. I can't figure why, cause where I stood, I got them just as darn drunk as any store-bought would. I wrote my new song on a $5 bill, but I won't be able to sing it until I get hot on the trail for to pick up a track of the dirty little thief and get my $5 back. Okay. Here comes storm across the border with 6 or 8 guys, some damn fool saw fit to deputize. There weren't no sheriff nor marshal inside. I guess the lawman was up drinking whiskey all night. He said, give me all your money, but I got to his first. I took his Colts too and the whole third verse. He picked my back pocket with the $5 loose I had tucked in behind a can of Copenhagen Spruce. I wrote my new song on a $5 bill, but I won't be able to sing it until I get hot on the trail for to pick up a track of the doodle little thief and get my $5 back. The doodle little double D, the son of a gun of a song steed and chicken eating thief and get my $5 back. Yeehaw! Thank you. Time for one more for you. This is about losing your girl to the big city. We played this last time we were on a mountain stage in West Virginia. All right. How you feeling? You guys okay? I can't see a thing. The lights, I'm going entirely from my sense of smell. It smells pretty good, so. No sweat, no fear. Summer didn't last, and there ain't nobody in New York City could need you half as bad. Well, stay with me through September. Yeah, the nights are getting cold. Old man winter gonna be here soon, and the cattle still ain't sold. Stay with me through September. Yeah, no, there ain't much to do, and I guess I did my share of starving in the city. I was young once too. Well, I can picture how you're living in a tiny 4th-floor flat. I guess there's times that 1,000 acres in the Rocky Mountains can't compete with that. Stay with me through September. I know the flight's already booked, but I couldn't let you go and leave it like this without giving it a second look. Stay with me through September. Yeah, the pace is kind of slow, and on the old back quarter, babe, I guess I gotta let you go. Well, I can picture how you're living in a tiny fourth floor flat. I guess there's times that 1,000 acres in the Rocky Mountains can't compete with that. Stay with me through September. Summer didn't last, and there ain't nobody in New York City could need you half-ass back. Well, I can picture how you're living in a Lower East Side flat. I guess there's times that 1,000 acres in the Rocky Mountains can't compete with that. Thanks, Ohio. My name is Corb Lund. Stick around for a lot more great music, including the legendary Sam Bush, ladies and gentlemen.
From the Canadian Rockies, Mr. Corb Lund and the Hurtin' Albertans. Yeah, he's a Juno Award winner and a multiple award winner of Canadian Country Awards. The latest by Mr. Corb Lund is Things That Can't Be Undone on New West Records. It's time to turn the stage over to our own Bob Thompson. He's going to play a piano tune written by another piano man, Ray Bryant. It's called Little Susie. Please welcome Mr. Bob Thompson. Mr. Bob Thompson, colortones.com is where you can find his music. Little Susie by Ray Bryant. Bob Thompson, recent inductee to the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia. From newgrass to indie pop, at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses, request your travel guide at go2wv.com. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook. Peek behind the scenes on our Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. All these links are at our website, mountainstage.org. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, just visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs not heard on the radio and the complete finale song. Take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. We're going to end this show in fine form with a man who we always look forward to seeing on the show. Been coming to see us for 20 years now. We hope he continues to come. The Americana Music Association has given him a Lifetime Achievement Award. International Bluegrass Music Association has named him Mandolin Player of the Year 4 times. He's been awarded several Grammy Awards, and because of something he did back in 1972 when he co-founded the Newgrass Revival, he has been called the father of newgrass music, and he's beloved in bluegrass, newgrass, jamgrass, and anybody who likes good music loves Mr. Sam Bush. His latest recording is Circles Around Me. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, along with a fine band, Mr. Sam Bush.
Thank you, Larry. Where's my love? Where's my love today? Where's my love? Where's my love today? She walked out last night, took my love away.
a man supposed to live? How's a man? How's a man supposed to live? When he give away everything he had to give. Why your heart turned so dark on you? Why your heart turned so dark on you? Took away my light, made my night so blue. Why you crying? Why you crying like a baby child? Why you crying? Why you crying like a baby child? When all the while you've been telling only lies. Wash my hands, wash my hands and say goodbye. Wash my hands, wash my hands and say goodbye. No need to ask, 'cause you know the reason why. Someday, baby, someday for too long. Someday, baby, someday for too long. Now someday, baby, you won't be so glad to see me gone. Where's my love? Where's my love today?
Good evening, music lovers. We are really happy to see you tonight. It is our great pleasure to once again to be on Mountain Stage. We thank you. That was a tune written by John Pennell and me. We want to do now a tune written by Mr. John Hartford. This is called On the Road. When I go on the road, I go fast, I go slow. It gets cold, don't you know? I won't get home much this year. Back and forth, up and down, coming up, going round, making up, coming down. I won't get home much this year. When I go, I see friends, I see nights without end. It depends what they spend, and it's cold. I was out 90 days. I can live any place. Just a race to show my face on the road. Every day it's your turn, another verse to relearn. Though it's easy to get burned, I won't get home much this year. And the stories I will tell, without another left to sell. I wonder what's happening somewhere else. Won't get home much this year. On the road, it's your day. Gotta go, gotta play, but it's too short to be long. So you go. When you're on, it's so fun. Gotta play for everyone. But it's so cold to be alone on the road.
Thank you. We played a festival last night in Fayetteville, West Virginia for Bridge Day, and we're real happy to be in a climate-controlled atmosphere tonight. Our instruments are still saying, really, you did that to us last night? Okay. Very briefly on the bass, we have for you from Cleveland, Tennessee, Mr. Todd Parks on the bass. Back on the mountain kit, on the drum kit, ladies and gentlemen, originally from Albuquerque. This is Chris Brown on the drums. Our guitar player, originally from Massachusetts, a wonderful singer and guitarist. This is Stephen Mogen. And on the banjo, he was playing the low-tuned one the first couple of songs we did. Now he's back on his regular banjo. When it comes to the 5-string, he sure makes it swing. This is Scott Vestal. Here's a tune that Stephen and I wrote. It's called You Gotta Play by Your Own Rules. Live like you ain't ever gonna lose. Choose to be the one who favors kindness over wealth. Don't be somebody else's fool. You've gotta play by your own rules. There's a thin, thin line between the rhymes and the truth, not knowing who's in charge of either one. Visions of tomorrow always well within my view, begging me to chase the setting sun. Take a hold of the wheel and turn it for yourself. Live like you ain't ever gonna lose. Choose to be the one who favors kindness over wealth. Don't be somebody else's fool. You've gotta play by your own rules. In a cold, cold storm when the road is calling you. Can't even see the darkness for the rain. Steady is the pathway that'll lead you safely through. Don't hurry, cause you'll get there just the same. Take a hold of the wheel and turn it for yourself. Live like you ain't ever gonna lose. Choose to be the one who favors kindness over wealth. Don't be somebody else's fool. You've gotta play by your own rules. Be a shining light. Be a helping hand. Be a giving heart. Be a patient man. Take a hold of the wheel and turn it for yourself. Live like you ain't ever gonna lose. Choose to be the one who favors kindness over wealth. Don't be somebody else's fool. You gotta play by your own rules. Thank you. Well, Larry mentioned Newgrass music. Yeah. It's a term now, apparently. And so we're going to go back to the book of the band I was in for 18 years, Newgrass Revival. And here's a tune that we did on our second album, written by Stephen Bryans and Jim Smoke. This heart of mine is made of silver. This heart of mine is made of gold. It will shine like a candle when your world is dark and cold. When your world is dark and cold. This heart of mine is made of timber. This heart of mine is made of stone. Like a bridge across the mountain when you're walking all alone. When you're walking all alone. This heart of mine is made of iron. This heart of mine is made of steel. It won't turn toward another when the wind is on the hill. When the wind is on the hill. This heart of mine is made of silver. This heart of mine is made of gold. It will shine like a candle when your world is dark and cold. When your world is dark and cold. Thank you. We'd like to feature Scott Vestal on the 5-string banjo. We know he's got a great banjo. I just hope it can take what he's about to give it. We believe it can. So there's a tune that Scott wrote. This is called By Stealth. Scott Vestal with the banjo. All right, we thank you very much. So here's one more for our portion, and this one written by Jeff Black and me. Now we were riding down through the grapevine when I heard someone say your name. hand on my shoulder, just a little bit older now, and I remember everything. I can tell you right up on Bridal Veil, 10,000 feet above the sound. The news came around and sent me to count all my blessings and to thank you for all the good friends that I've found. Hey, 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 how in the world did we get this far? Hey, 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 holding tight to the tail of a shooting star. Hey, 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 you're running circles around me now. Now was I dreaming, or did this really happen? I can feel the earth below my feet. The world is turning fast and wild. I'm like a little newborn baby child who's never known regret or defeat. I am surrounded, tangled in the wire, drawn up tight to the calling and the rising frequency of the silent smiles and laughter of those that came before, and the deafening sound of all His love falling down on me. Hey, 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 how in the hell did we get this far? Hey, 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 holding tight to the tail of a shooting star. Hey, 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 you're running circles around me now. Hey, 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 of a shooting star. Hey, 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 you're running circles around me now. Around me now, circles around me now. You're running circles around me. Around me now. Thank you very much, friends. Our pleasure. Thank you.
Sam Bush. Mr. Sam Bush, one of the very best right there, folks, and a pioneer. New styles of music. Our thanks to Sam Bush and his whole band. Our thanks to Mr. Corb Lund. Our thanks to Patrick Sweany and Chuck Prophet in Darlingside, and all the folks they brought with them. And our thanks to all of you here in Athens, Ohio, on the campus of Ohio University at the Templeton Blackburn Memorial Auditorium, for coming out and being with us in person. And of course, as always, special thanks to you listening there on the radio. Without you, there would be no Mountain Stage. We never forget you. We hope you'll join us next time. We have a rebroadcast from last year featuring Bela Fleck and Abigail Washburn, Janova Magnus, Kate Miller-Heidke, Storyman, and Gabriel Kahane. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasily Askouras. Assistant producer is Joni Deutsch. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Our web producer is Josh Saul. Production assistance comes from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go near some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. I bet you know this song, don't you already? I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. Said I was running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Patrick, sing it down there, Patrick.
Ran down to the Devil Baby along with 20 bills. Spent the night in the butte on the cable in the hill. Sit out running, gonna take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight.
Darlingside now, here they are.
I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and it vanished in the air.
Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Come on, Chuck.
Got a wife in Chino, babe, and one in Cherokee. The first one says she's got my child, but it don't look much like me.
Set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight.
Michael Lipton, here he is. Ryan Kennedy. Come on, Grant. Bob Thompson on the piano. Sam Bush. Come on, Stephen. Scott Vestal on the 5 string. hear this fiddle. The bridge now. I got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one named Sweet and Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is Prison Babe, sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Everybody now, sing the last verse. Here we go. I got a wife in Chino, babe, and the one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Sit out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Take it again, Sam. Here we go. Here we go. Sit out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Division of Tourism. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting. This is NPR.